Yeah. Analytics off the chain, other channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game.
I'm a headliner.
What is going on, Headliner Nation? Jake, Fantasy Headliners. Hopefully everybody's doing well out there today. We're filling our Thursday with all things rankings here once again for Week 8 fantasy football. And maybe you're just like me, but do you ever just feel like no matter how much you accomplish in a day, you just can't seem to get everything done? I feel like there's not enough hours in the day right now. So you know what? We're going to be rapid firing through our top 20 quarterbacks and top 40 running backs here for Week 8 fantasy football. I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time either. We're diving right in to our top 20 quarterbacks. And number one should be no surprise to a lot of people, right? Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills, coming off the bye week with a home game against the Miami Dolphins. Enough said, got Josh Allen, number one. Number two, Kyler Murray playing Thursday Night Football against the Green Bay Packers. Kyler with his rushing ability and all the weapons at his disposal in a matchup this week against Green Bay in a primetime game in which Arizona still wants to lay the smack down and continue their streak here to start the season, starting off 8-0. Regardless that Green Bay doesn't have their top playmakers there in the passing game with Devontae Adams, Noah Allen Lazard, Kyler Murray going to go out and try to put up a big number. Got him at number two. Number three, Matthew Stafford, Los Angeles Rams. A great matchup for him going up against the Houston Texans, a Texans team which just isn't great to begin with. But then you add in the fact of Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Van Jefferson, and everything else he has in LA. Matthew Stafford in line for a good week at number three. Number four is last week's disappointment. Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs playing Monday Night Football against the New York Giants. Was last week a tale of what's to come? Lord, I hope not, because putting him at number four, even this makes me feel dirty this week. But until we see a little bit more consistency in that offense, dropped him down a couple spots, got him right here, number four. Number five, Jalen Hurts continues to be a great fantasy quarterback, not so great of an NFL quarterback, struggling to complete almost 50% of his passes, but he's moving the ball on the ground and it's boosting his floor every week. Got him at number five. Number six, Dak Prescott, Dallas Cowboys, a little bit banged up before their bye week, but it sounds like he should be good to go this week. Plus, he's really close to getting Michael Gallup back as well. A matchup here this week going up against the Minnesota Vikings. We know Dak's going to throw the ball a lot, and he has two pass-catching running backs out of the backfield capable of boosting that floor. Got Dak Prescott, number six. Number seven, Tom Brady, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Kind of hard not to put Tom Brady somewhere in that top 8, regardless of the fact that he's probably not going to have Antonio Brown, and we really don't know for sure if he's going to have Gronk just yet. In a matchup going up against New Orleans, we can't expect one thing, though. Tom Brady is going to throw the football every single week, and he still has plenty of weapons. Look for some Tyler Johnson this week. Got Tom Brady at number 7. Number 8, Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals. A great matchup for him against the Jets. Now, on paper, the Jets seem to do pretty good against opposing quarterbacks, but the problem is it's just because teams are running all over them. But this connection between him and Jamar Chase is enough to give him that safe floor with a super high ceiling on a weekly basis in a positive matchup. Got Joe Burrow, number 8. Number 9 is Justin Herbert. If you're feeling fancy, Herbert, if it's just, a normal day, and if you're just trying to get through things, just call him Herbie for the love of God, because he got a matchup this week going up against the New England Patriots, a Patriots team that's been able to score some points here as of late. We know the weapons are back and healthy off the bye week. Mike Williams should be fairly rested and good to go. Got Justin Herbert at number 9. Number 10, Kirk Cousins. Dude's like old reliable, old faithful, whatever you want to call him. Not super sexy, but a safe floor with high touchdown potential and a game that could turn into a shootout Sunday Night Football against the Dallas Cowboys. Got him number 10. Number 11, Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers. I mean, having him at 11 is a little crazy, right? But no Devontae Adams, no Allen Lazard. The only reason he's still this high is because I think he really utilizes Randall Cobb, maybe even some Big Bob Tunyon, and a whole lot of Aaron Jones. Got him still sitting here right now at number 11. Number 12 is Carson Wentz, Indianapolis Colts. A great matchup going up against the Tennessee Titans. And as of late, Carson Wentz has just been on fire. He's protecting the football, he's finding the end zone, and he's really utilizing Michael Pittman in those big plays deep down the field. Got him at number 12. 13, Daniel Jones, New York Football Giants, a matchup against the Kansas City Chiefs. Sounds like Daniel Jones could get a few of his weapons back this week, but the guy somewhat produced last week with Dante Pettis and John Ross. So he's definitely somebody who can go out there and have a higher ceiling with more weapons in a potential shootout against Kansas City in primetime football. Got Daniel Dimes right here at number 13. Number 14, Ryan Tannehill. Tanny making his return inside the top 15, going up against the Indianapolis Colts. Now, we kind of saw him turn the corner, but what's really helping Ryan Tannehill here as of late is he's using his legs to find the end zone. That's a little bit worrisome because we can't count on that every single week, but that's why we don't have him inside the top 12. A little bit more of a risk. Got him sitting at 14. Number 15 is Matty Ice, Matt Ryan, Atlanta Falcons, a matchup against the Carolina Panthers, an interdivisional matchup at home in Atlanta. Now they're finally starting to utilize Kyle Pitts a little bit more, and that's raising the ceiling. And we still have Cordero Patterson out there putting up points. got Matt Ryan at 15. 16, Teddy Two Gloves, Denver Broncos, not 100% healthy, but he does get Jerry Jeudy back and has a great matchup at home against the Washington football team, which allows like 612 points a game to opposing quarterbacks. Got Teddy B at number 16. Number 17, Jameis Winston in a matchup against his old team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And now they have Mark Ingram in the mix. How is that going to look going forward? Well, we've kind of seen it before, right? We've seen Ingram and Kamara both finish top 12 in fantasy before, and there's a reason they traded for him. And we'll talk about that when we talk about the running back rankings. But as for Jameis Winston, still a bit too boom or bust, right? Either big plays are there and he's having a great day, or it's not that great, right? And he's really checking down to Alvin Kamara a lot, and it really lowers the ceiling. I think there is potential for some points here, but the risk is too heavy for me to put him any higher than 17. 18, Trevor Lawrence coming off the bye week there. Jacksonville Jaguars going up against the Seattle Seahawks. Not a bad matchup, but the problem with Trevor Lawrence is we're not seeing a whole lot of touchdowns in this offense, so it's really limiting whatever ceiling he could potentially have. Another one of those quarterbacks we're super reliant on him scoring on the ground, and that's not something I want to bank on a weekly basis, so that's why I got him down at 18. 19, Tua, last week's number 1 overall quarterback finishing in fantasy football, finds himself ranked number 19 for the fact that he's facing the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo coming off their bye week. Yeah, not so much love for Tua this week that I had last week. Still got him inside the top 20 at 19. Which leaves us number 20, Mac Jones, New England Patriots, and he's actually arguably the best rookie quarterback so far this year. He's starting to play better here over his last couple weeks. The issue here with his fantasy production is they're really utilizing the running backs a lot, and they're running the ball successfully on the ground, which is limiting that passing upside. Still think he has that potential to go out on a weekly basis and throw for right around 200 yards, 1 or 2 touchdowns, just no super high ceiling. And a matchup this week against the Chargers could be a little bit back and forth. Just something I want to kind of take it easy on. I'm not rushing to start Mac Jones just yet. Got him sitting at number 20. But now we'll transition over from the top 20 quarterbacks to now the top 40 running backs. We're talking about 40 guys that grab their balls and run through holes for a living, and we're kicking it off here number 1, and it should be no surprise. It's King Henry himself, Derrick Henry, Tennessee Titans, with a matchup going up against Jonathan Taylor in the Indianapolis Colts. Actually have these guys both super high in the rankings. They met each other back in week 3, I believe it was. Henry got the better of Taylor, but as of late, Taylor has been dominating. I got Henry at 1, Taylor at 3. Number 2, Dalvin Cook, with his involvement in the passing game, that super high ceiling paired with all the touches he gets, and now that he's back close to 100% with a matchup this week going up against the Dallas Cowboys and primetime TV, got Dalvin Cook number 2. So then we'll jump down to number 4. This is Aaron Jones, right? We've seen him have huge games without Devontae Adams in the past. We know there's no Adams this week. We know there's no Allen Lazard. We should see a whole lot of Aaron Jones, and that's why I got him at number 4. Number 5, Austin Eckler, a matchup going up against the New England Patriots, and Eckler's involvement not only just in the passing game, but on the ground as well and around the goal line. He's really not having to split touches with anybody this year, and he's finding the end zone with ease. Got him at number 5. Number 6, then Zeke Elliott, Dallas Cowboys, a matchup Sunday Night Football against the Minnesota Vikings, and we've seen Zeke kind of be vintage Zeke so far this year, right? Plus now he's coming off the bye week, he's rested, he's healthy, and he's going to get a lot of volume. Got him sitting right here at number 6. Number 7, Alvin Kamara, New Orleans Saints. Now, we know about the news of Mark Ingram going back to New Orleans, but what does this look like? Well, probably going to look like exactly what we saw a few years ago when these guys were together. They coexisted just fine. Why did they make this move? They don't want to run Alvin Kamara into the ground. For the first time in his career, dude's getting like 20 carries a game on top of the passing work that he's getting. They don't want him to be so run down that they lose him down the stretch and really have no shot rest of season. Bring in Mark Ingram, have him take away some of that early down work. They'll coexist just fine. Is the ceiling going to be as high as it used to be? No, not without Drew Brees and what we used to see there in New Orleans. However, I still think Alvin Kamara, super high running back 1, going to limit his upside slightly because I do expect Ingram to take some of those touches. That's why I got Kamara right here at number 7. Number 8, DeAndre Swift, Detroit Lions, a matchup going up against the Philadelphia Eagles, and we've really seen the usage of DeAndre Swift increase over the past few weeks, plus Jamal Williams slowly starting to fade away, mostly because they're always trailing and throwing the ball, and that's why DeAndre Swift is so involved, but he's really the most explosive, the best option in this backfield. Got DeAndre Swift at 8. Number 9, Joe Mixon, Cincinnati Bengals, going up against the New York Jets, a great matchup. I don't have him any higher because I kind of expect the Bengals to get a lead, maybe give Samaje Perine some more run late in the game. That's why I got Mixon at 9. Najee Harris, number 10, Pittsburgh Steelers, going up against the Cleveland Browns. Not an easy matchup, but with no Juju, maybe we continue to see that heavy passing volume going the way of Najee Harris. Got him at number 10. Number 11, welcome back from your bye week, James Robinson, Jacksonville Jaguars, going up against the Seattle Seahawks. We need this usage to continue. He should see right around 18 touches a week, get the goal line work, slight involvement in the passing game. I'd love to throw him up here higher. We just need more touchdown opportunities in this offense overall, but got James Robinson, number 11. Number 12, welcome back, my chubby Nick Chubb, Cleveland Cleveland Browns going up against those Pittsburgh Steelers, limiting expectations slightly. I don't think they want to throw Nick Chubb out there, give him 30 touches this week, and have him re-aggravate an injury. I expect them to still sprinkle in Dearness Johnson, Demetric Felton, but Nick Chubb's still the lead guy in this backfield with the touchdown upside. Got him at number 12. Number 13, this is where I have Cordero Patterson, Atlanta Falcons, going up against the Carolina Panthers. The defense kind of starting to fade away for the Carolina Panthers just a little bit, but it's definitely harder to run on Carolina here as of right this second. Cordero Patterson, though, really excels in the passing game as well. Didn't really see that last week. Expected to return this week. Got him at 13. 14 is Darrell Henderson, Los Angeles Rams. Another great matchup for him going up against the Houston Texans. Kind of underperformed against the Lions last week. What does he do against Houston this week? He's going to have an opportunity to bounce back and have a solid day. That's why I got him sitting at 14. 15, Damian Harris, New England Patriots. Dude is running like a man on a mission right now. Going up against the Los Angeles Chargers, a great matchup. Got him sitting at 15. 16, Leonard Fournette. Playoff Lenny, regular season Lenny, whatever you want to call him, Lenny is dominating this backfield, and they're giving him scoring touches every single week. With a matchup here this week against the Saints, it's a difficult matchup. That's why I dropped him down a few spots to number 16. 17, Darrell Williams, Kansas City Chiefs, a matchup Monday Night Football against the New York Football Giants. And really, this offense in Kansas City just needs to slow down. They need to slow their roll a little bit. I think Patrick Mahomes trying to do too much, trying to force the ball down the field too much. Let's do some checkdowns to Darrell Williams. Let's get him involved in the screen game. Let's see if we can have him find the end zone again. Got him sitting at number 17. 18, Chuba Hubbard, Carolina Panthers, a matchup going up against the Atlanta Falcons. And really for Chuba, his ceiling is dropping weekly because the overall offense in Carolina is just struggling. They need to commit a little bit more to him, take some more pressure off of Sam Darnold. I don't expect it really to happen in huge chunks this week. He's got that safer floor, though, and that's why I got him sitting at 18. 19, Elijah Mitchell, San Francisco 49ers, seems to be, as of right this second, flavor of the day, the lead back in the backfield of the San Francisco 49ers. And we've said all along, whoever gets the bulk of touches in the backfield is the guy you want to start in San Francisco. It's plug and play. Whoever it is that's getting the volume is going to produce. Well, it seems like they're somewhat committed to Elijah Mitchell right now, and if that's the case, he's the guy we're starting. That's who I got at number 19. Number 20, Khalil Herbert, Chicago Bears, really looked great the past couple weeks. What do they do with the usage of Damian Williams this week? Didn't see a whole lot of him last week coming off of the COVID list. Do we see an increased volume this week? Potentially. And in a matchup going up against the San Francisco 49ers, I had to limit expectations slightly, got him dropped down to number 20. 21, Kenneth Gainwell, Philadelphia Eagles going up against the Detroit Lions, a great matchup. How do they use this backfield now with no Miles Sanders? How much do we see of Boston Scott? A lot of question marks, and I really don't trust Nick Sirianni, who's out there trying to teach us how to grow flowers or something, right? So I don't know what's going on. Kenneth Gainwell at number 21. 22, James Conner. He's finding the end zone a lot, and I expect him to find it again this week in a matchup going up against Green Bay. Do all the weapons that are missing for Green Bay really put them at a disadvantage to the point where Arizona can get a lead and run the ball more second half? If that's the case, expect to see more James Conner. Got him at 22. 23, Javonte Williams, Denver Broncos. This kid is a great running back. If you have yet to watch any tape, I don't care if he's on your team or not, go watch some film on Javonte Williams. This guy is exciting. And if Melvin Gordon leaves Denver after the year, this guy could be a top fantasy running back next year. Don't forget about Javonte Williams. A great matchup for him going up against the Washington football team. Got him sitting at number 23. 24, Chase Edmonds. I like both these guys in Arizona. I think they're both involved. I think they're both running back twos by the end of the week. In that matchup going up against Green Bay, the issue with Chase Edmonds is they don't quote unquote need to use him. He is a luxury in the offense. So at times he somewhat disappears. We saw the volume come back last week, but do we see it again this week? Remains to be seen. That's why I got him sitting at 24. 25 is where I've slotted Mark Ingram because, yes, he's going to play, it sounds like, for the New Orleans Saints this week. Do I expect him to get a full workload? Honestly, I don't think they hold back too much, but it's a very difficult matchup going up against Tampa Bay. It's a lot easier to throw on Tampa than it is to run on Tampa. However, we've seen them excel with both of these backs before, and I don't want to just write the guy off. So I'm putting him right here as a high-end running back 3 at number 25. 26, Antonio Gibson. I hope he can get healthy. The bye week is coming. Sweet Antonio Gibson. You can rest up, get healthy, and carry us down the stretch. But as of right now, in a tough matchup against the Denver Broncos, when he's not 100% healthy, splitting touches with J.D. McKissick, I've got him dropped down to 26. 27 is where I have Melvin Gordon. He's still seeing 50% of the shares in this backfield for the Denver Broncos. It's a great matchup, though, for them going up against the Washington football team. He's still going to get that opportunity. Plus, we've seen him find the end zone a time or two already this year. There is opportunities. plays, and maybe even the return of Jerry Jeudy pulls more defenders outside of the box and gives the running backs even more room to run. 28, Devontae Booker, New York Giants, Monday Night Football against the Kansas City Chiefs. Listen, there's a lot of banged up weapons in New York. Sounds like they may get back some Kenny G this week, kind of waiting to see exactly who they get for this weekend. What they will have is Devontae Booker. The ceiling isn't sexy because they're utilizing the likes of Dante Pettis and John Ross out there, but Devontae Booker's the guy getting the volume. He'll see between 15 and 20 touches a week. He's somebody you can rely on a safe flex play weekly basis. Got him at 28. 29, Myles Gaskin. Which Myles Gaskin do you get? Well, that depends on Brian Flores and which Brian Flores is coaching. It's a very difficult matchup, though, going up against the Buffalo Bills, a game in which I expect them to be losing. When they're losing, they're throwing. Who's catching passes out of the backfield for the Miami Dolphins? It's Myles Gaskin. Got him at 29. 30, J.D. McKissic, Washington Football Team, just mentioned Antonio Gibson. McKissic getting right around 60% of the snaps as of right this second. He's involved in the passing game. Not the greatest of matchups, and yes, Antonio Gibson still involved. Got J.D. McKissic at number 30. 31, Michael Carter, New York Jets, going up against Cincinnati Bengals, a game in which I expect the Bengals to get an early lead. Does that mean they can run the ball with Michael Carter for 4 quarters? No, probably not, especially with the quarterback problems they have in New York. But that does mean that more check down passes are more than likely to happen to the likes of Michael Carter. Got him sitting right here at 31. 32, Samaje Perine, mentioned him. We talked about Joe Mixon. Could get some of that garbage points we've seen him utilized here when healthy in Cincinnati. 33, Alex Collins. Somewhat inefficient in this backfield, right? And it's really the lack of Russell Wilson being under center. Teams know that Geno really can't beat him, so they're stacking boxes, trying to take away the run, and it's hurting Alex Collins. Got him at 33. 34 is Devin Singletary, Buffalo Bills, a great matchup for them going up against the Miami Dolphins. I really don't have him and Moss separated by too much. I got Moss sitting right here at 36, only 2 spots lower, so it's not like I totally hate Moss. There's not a lot of touchdowns to go around this backfield. That's why neither one of these guys are ever ranked that high. I don't expect them to be losing, so I don't expect the passes to go the way of Zach Moss because they won't be throwing as much. I'm just throwing my dart on Devin Singletary to find the end zone. Got him at 34. Pollard at 35. They're out of Dallas with that matchup going up against Minnesota. Not a bad option, just not somebody that gets consistent production. Hard to trust. Just mentioned Zach Moss. 37 is A.J. Dillon. Dude's like the magic man because he disappeared last week, but they're going to need all hands on deck this week to really try to find some momentum, try to find some production. You know, for Green Bay without Devontae Adams and Allen Lazard, could utilize A.J. Dillon a little bit more. Got him at 37. 38 is David Johnson, now no Mark Ingram. That'll bump the production of both Lindsey and Johnson. Johnson more so in the passing game, and they're going to be losing, going up against the Los Angeles Rams. Got him at 38. 39, Brandon Bolden, somebody who's kind of taken over that old school James White role in this offense, utilized in the passing game, able to break off big plays, and Mac Jones is playing pretty well. So got him at 39, and then Boston Scott, Philadelphia Eagles, rounding out the top 40 here. He's going to be somebody who's involved. Nick Sirianni was using a rotation with Miles Sanders, so you better believe he's going to do it with Kenneth Gainwell as well. That's why Boston Scott's sitting right here at number 40. All right, so there you have it, the top 20 quarterbacks and top 40 running backs here for Week 8 fantasy football. Hopefully that was able to help you make some decisions for your fantasy team here this week. Don't forget, though, we still have more shows coming up this week. Friday, we got the doc in the house to talk about injuries. Our weekend tailgate show coming up Friday evening. Then Saturday night, the live show is right around the corner, 9 p.m. Eastern. If anything changes, that's where you're going to get your updates. So make sure you stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button, and do me a favor, like the video as well. It really helps us out here on YouTube. So hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, a great week, and we'll talk to you later.